is horrible. This is horrible. Hello, YouTube. Come on in. Come on in. This is really bad. I'm just not sure here. I need an update. I really need an updated situational report.
I got the update. I got the update.
Let me have that. Let me have that. Sorry, YouTube. We've got a real problem here, and we're trying to see what we can do. I'm sure that most of you don't know this, but Mary and I are actually work with Santa Claus, and we got a situational report. This first one that I got last night, or I guess you'd say early this morning, about 2. And you may not know it, but Santa's elves, they do an incredible job making toys and everything, but he also contracts out all over the world. And he was in South America, he was down in Brazil, and was contracting. He was picking up a load of toys to bring back to the North Pole, and he went down. And as near as I can tell, he's close to the Amazon, the Orinoco, somewhere right in that area. And you guys have got to help me. We've got to do what we can. The elves are mounting a rescue operation now, but we do need your help. The elves, of course, living at the North Pole, they don't carry a lot of knives that would equip them for the jungle. And of course, they're also, from the tabletop here, they're maybe 3 feet, a little taller, maybe 3.5 feet tall at the most. And so what I need for this year's Christmas contest is for everyone to tell me what knives the elves are going to take to rescue Santa and why. And I'm going to run this contest a little bit different. What I'm going to do this year is I am going, the first prize winner will have $100 donated to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta in his name or her name, or if it's a couple, in their name. And you will receive one of the little Boy Scouts that will soon be for sale. There'll be 3 more of these that will be going up for sale. And I'm going to make some options available for this to the winner, that if, you know, for an extra donation, if you want to donate a little more money, it's not going to be a lot, but some more money, I will do some things for it. For instance, now if the winner wants this for his child, these were actually designed for Boy Scouts for their first knife, and really good design for that. As you can see, they have a very blunt point. It makes a lot of sense for a child. Much safer than having a very sharp point. Now, if it's going to be an older kid, such as yourself, that's going to get it, what I will do, as I've done on my personal one here, is make that a much sharper Wharncliffe. It's for an older person, obviously, it's much more useful. I'll try to do the 2 in comparison here, and you can see them. It doesn't look like a lot of difference, but it makes a huge difference in how the knife works. And I highly recommend, if it's going to one of your children that you feel is responsible enough to start handling a knife, leave it as is. It was perfectly designed for that, and I wouldn't do anything with it. If it's for yourself or an older child, I'll be glad to do that. I'll be glad to mirror polish it. It will come with a neck sheath similar to this, and I think that'll be a really nice prize, and help some folks to hopefully hopefully we can help some children. Second prize will be something that I'm kind of new to. I saw this on the late Boy Scout did an excellent video, and I'm not going to go too in depth on this. I just refer you to his video because he covered everything on it. But this is a little stream light. It's very solidly made, aluminum, I'm assuming. It has a unique clip in that, if Mary will zoom in here, there's a double clip, meaning that you can use it in a normal fashion, hooking it on your belt, hooking it in your pants, etc. But then the clip comes back around and does one more loop so that you could fasten it to your hat, bell cap, possibly fasten it to something else where it would shine down, around, up, however you wanted it. And I have been using this for a little while now and just found that it's the 20 lumens for normal everyday work, especially at night. It's brighter than you think. This has a great beam on it. It's really nicely focused, and these are they're just really nice. I highly recommend these. They won't come on in your pocket because it's very hard to push them on. You can push it in the momentary, but to push it on where it stays on, it's not going to be one of those that will come on in your pocket and all of a sudden you're burning the side of your leg up. So the rules will be this. I want you to do a video, and if you can, show me the knives that you think that the elves would use. If you don't have exactly what you want, even photographs or descriptions, but it would be nicer to actually have the knives. But that's not a hard and fast rule. Do what you can, and I'd appreciate that. I'm going to judge this year. I'm not going to do a drawing, and as much as I enjoyed sending everyone something last year, just the postage and everything, it's just too much, and like everyone else in this day and time, I can't quite go that route this year. So I'm going to have to just go with the first and second prizes, and I'm going to judge the videos. If you don't have a video, or can't make a video, I should say, but you still want to enter the contest, you have to be one of my subscribers. But if you're one of my subscribers and you don't have the means to make a video, then send me a detailed message and tell me exactly what you do. And I'm judging these on content. I'm judging the videos on content. So the better you make it, the better your chance. I think that it'll be more entertaining for everyone that way. So let's see if we can get Santa away from the South Pole in time to get him back to the North Pole for Christmas, because he's stuck down here in South America in the jungle, and elves don't have a clue. So I need your help, they need your help. So let's see what we can do. The contest will run from now until December 20th. And I'll pick the winner on the 20th. That way, hopefully, most places I can get the knife out or get the second place prize out to you in time. And it will be open to anyone overseas as well as local. So since we're only doing the two prizes, I can do that. So I hope everyone will have some fun with this. And I think it'll just be a blast. I hope it will. I had more fun last year with the Christmas contest than anything. I want to thank you, my subscribers. I'm over 600 now, and I'm just blown away by that. For a fat, ugly old man to have 600 people that want to watch him do videos, it just really makes me feel good. I enjoy doing it. I have a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to show you some stuff here real quickly that's in some upcoming videos. One, if the weather holds and it's beautiful today, I hope it will be, and think it will be tomorrow. We'll be shooting one tomorrow that should be really a lot of fun. Upcoming, the first, there will be a series of videos, and that will be on our friend here, the Kylie Harris or CKC knives, Forster XXXL, but not the knife. Instead, what it's going to be on is this half a cowhide right here, and this is what I'm going to make a sheath for D-Bear for his. And you can see, if you saw the video on Cliff Stamps, this is the cutout for Cliff's leather sheath that I did for his big knife. And we'll be doing that almost immediately. That's one of my first projects. D-Bear's knife is a little bit thicker than this, but it's basically the same size. I had them both here, and you can overlay his on mine, and the cutout's identical. So all I have to do is allow for a little bit more thickness, and it should be fine. So I'll be taking you step by step through how I do it. It's, you know, certainly all you old pros there are going to laugh, but it works, and I think the thing about it is it'll work for anyone that that wants to do it. It's a fun process, I think. I got this knife from Mike, and Gavco, as everyone knows him. And this was a knife that he made for Cliff Stamp. This is the one that we'll be videotaping tomorrow. I have a good bit of brush out behind my house here that I need to trim up and trim back before next spring. So now that the leaves are down, I thought it would be a good time to do that. And we'll be using this on them. It's extremely sharp, really nice. And I'll go through all the specs. I'm not going to cover that today because I don't want this video to get too overly long. But the handle is extremely comfortable. He's put some cross hatching on here, which is, you know, like a very wide checkering. I guess he did it himself. And very comfortable, but it gives you a nice grip. Back here, of course, you've got a little finger bump here that you can put your first finger in front of, and the knob at the back to hold the rest of your hand. So it's very secure. One thing that makes a knife easy to use and stops you from fatiguing yourself is if you don't have to have it in a death grip. That accomplishes several things. One, it's much less fatiguing on your arm. Two, you can do snap cuts and things like that much easier if you're not trying to just keep the knife from flying out of your hand all the time. Holding it up here, it balances extremely well. That's just effortless to swing. So we'll try and do that tomorrow. I have two things I wanted to cover today. I did a little fun project. And you probably remember my sharpener here that I made, and this, to go over it for my newer subscribers, is something that I made that I thought anyone could make. I wanted to make a simple strop sharpener. So just two of these heavy spring clips for paper. I cut a piece of whatever thickness of, or not thickness, but whatever grit size of emery cloth that I want. And I made this particular one 2 inches wide here, and that gives me 5 strips per sheet. And then I have a little, well, I guess it's maybe 1/4 of an inch strip left that's just great for detail sanding on knives when I'm doing them, and I save those up. Underneath here I took a piece of mouse pad and two-face taped it so I can change it if I ever make a mistake and dig into it, onto this piece of wood, which is screwed onto this 4x4 to give it some heft where it won't move around. Very easy to use. You just put the paper in there, slap it in. I also took an old piece of leather belt, screwed it to the sides, and then put strapping compound on there. It has a green compound on there. Now I'm going to be removing that and putting the diamond paste that I've used. It's a 0.05 micron diamond paste. I'm really sold on it. It's the best stuff I've ever used. So I'll remove this with some alcohol or something and then reload it. What I made just recently to go with this, I was fighting one of these stones. I would put them on the table and put an anti-slide mat and try and use them. But the knife is in your hand and everything's right down on the table, so you've got to put it on the edge and you've got to turn sideways and work it. So I thought, this is something I want to do for a long time, just never got around to it. And I thought, all right, let's bite the bullet. So this is, all of these, by the way, are just made out of some old 4x4s that were on our front porch. And we redid the stands, you know, the things that hold it up, and these were left over, so I kept all the good pieces that weren't rotten, and I've used them for different projects. So I on the table saw, I just cut